What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jess, and this is Mom, special guest today, and you're watching Keto Rewind. Okay, so we have a really exciting keto roll recipe for you today that we got from another YouTube channel, and this keto roll is from the Stair Lady, so head on over to her channel and show her some love and tell her Keto Rewind, or Jess at Keto Rewind sent you. So this recipe is seriously a life changer. We had a lot of people here for the past
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and we had a ton of recipes. We had all kinds of stuff, and we had to find a way to pretty much eat like everybody else without feeling like we're missing anything. So,
no pressure.
So Mom actually found this recipe, and we made it while everybody was here. Amazing. Yeah. Total life changer. So the cool part about this, let me grab a roll. These most closely resemble whole wheat. So if you're gonna have like a whole wheat hamburger bun, it's almost identical to that taste. So that was like really cool. Now the psyllium husk that's in there acts like the glue that holds it all together.
Like gluten in regular bread as a protein that holds it and makes it stretchy and all the good things we love about bread. Psyllium does it to the almond flours.
Yeah, so it gives it that spongy or that sticky taste that we're so
that we love.
But we're so in love with. So, this video is going to be basically how to make it and a few tips that we did along the way. But one bonus feature about psyllium husk is a lot of people do complain about constipation when they go keto. For one, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. 2, make sure you get all your green veggies in. But if that still doesn't work, adding psyllium husk to your diet
actually cleanses the colon.
It puts fiber. It's a very high fiber content. So you're gonna be regular if you add psyllium husk to your diet.
We had 16 people here with 0 problems for 2 weeks.
Nobody had any trouble. So definitely if you're having trouble in the poop department, add some psyllium husk. And as a bonus, we did make a few special recipes off of this main recipe that we're going to have in upcoming videos, such as bagels and cinnamon rolls, so using psyllium husk. So stay tuned for those videos. And if you are curious, I did a pickled onion video with Mom, and you can watch this video right here. And that's a fun video of the 2 of us, and you can hear her Rhode Island Yankee accent. So anyways, do you have anything you want to add before we get started?
Yes, the recipe that Jess is going to list down below makes 12 rolls. Today, because we are really going through these
pretty quickly
because we have lots of people here.
And they're delicious.
And but they are actually going to make 24. We're making a double batch, and each roll is 2 net carbs. And the other thing that's good to know is we're going to try to freeze half and see how that all works out.
How well they keep in the freezer.
How long they keep in the freezer. In the refrigerator, they could last a week. The way we've been going through them, yeah, maybe not so much, but they can last just in your refrigerator for a week.
Now, if you're looking for like a dinner roll, these are great for that. You could easily add like butter, garlic and stuff to the top and make like a nice garlic
even
roll.
Smaller.
Do different shapes. But one thing,
dips for olive oil.
Yeah, dip it in olive oil.
With your
it
Italian
so
spices.
Closely resembles a nice hunk of wheat bread. Yeah. So one other thing we found was you could make a breakfast sandwich out of this and grill them with some butter. Make your breakfast sandwich, and then we also use them as traditional rolls and stacked them high with lunch meat in the middle and ate them like a regular sandwich.
Would be perfect if you're traveling or for work. If you want to just bring a sandwich and a salad, this is a really nice way to, or even like if you go to a restaurant and you order, like if you go to a Five Guys and you get it in the thing.
You can bring your own bun.
Bring your own bun.
I have no shame to that. I brought my own. I brought my own sugar-free barbecue sauce to a barbecue restaurant, and hey, it kept me keto. You know, you do stuff like that. Easy swaps are what all of the planning and everything is for keto success.
Just get a larger purse.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna cut out here. Now, when we originally made this video, I forgot to flip on the microphone, so we're having to do a voiceover for the actual ingredients parts of it. So next time we make this recipe, we'll probably do a new video. This way, it's all like, unless it worked out good, I don't know. We'll see when I edit everything. But
You said it was the quietest I've ever been.
this is true. So, but anyways, that's why I have to do a voiceover part and why it might look weird. So anyways, here's the recipe. I hope you enjoy it. Comment below if you have a variation you'd like to see us do. And don't forget to check back and see the bagel recipe that we created for fun.
You can even make a pizza dough.
A pizza dough.
Like, you know those little individual pizzas with sauce and pepperoni and cheese?
Yeah, you could.
Possibilities are
that's one.
endless.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Wow.
The psyllium husk, depending what type of almond flour you use and what type of, whether you use the whole husk of psyllium whole husk or the one that's ground, will change the color of the roll.
And the texture a bit. It'd be sometimes you have a lighter whole wheat roll and you'll get like a little grainy kind of a feel than if you bought the psyllium husks whole, then you would get a new dimension for the texture.
So you can go which way you want, but we're using the ground version, right?
Yes, we're using ground, and it does seem
and it
to
gives
be
it a darker color than the Stair Ladies roll. But to me, it just I look at it and I think whole wheat bun, so the color doesn't bother me. But if you want like a lighter colored roll, you need blanched almond flour and the whole psyllium husk, not the ground one.
And if you buy the whole, you could I have a spice grinder for all my dried spices and herbs, and you could easily put your psyllium husk in that, and then you just grind it to that state that's not quite powder, not quite whole husk. Again, that would give you another dimension and texture.
So either way, that's why ours is a different color than the Stair Ladies. So,
but we like to make things ours.
I love it. It's just color to me. I don't care. I'll eat it either way. It's yummy. So anyways, here's how we made it. Okay. So first off, you're going to want to use a stand mixer. You don't have to have a stand mixer. It's just going to be a little harder, but you can totally do this with a electric mixer or even by hand. But obviously the stand mixer makes it a lot easier. And I'll post a link below in case you don't have one yet. You totally need a stand mixer. And also remember, we're doubling this recipe. So my recipe is going to make 24. The recipe I'm going to give you is only 12. So first, you're going to need 2.5 cups of almond flour, which was in there first. Then you're going to mix in 10 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder. And we're going to do it just like regular baking. You're going to do all your dry stuff, all your dry ingredients, then you mix in the wet. So that was pink Himalayan sea salt, 2 teaspoons. Definitely swap out your regular salt for sea salt if you're keto. And then next up, we're going to use Swerve. This is a powdered erythritol. It's delicious. It's my favorite sweetener to use. Does not spike your insulin. And that was 2 tablespoons of Stevia. And next up, we have aluminum-free baking powder. Make sure, it's 4 teaspoons of aluminum-free baking powder. You don't want aluminum in your food. There's no reason why anybody should be eating aluminum. So just a quick note there. Baking powder will be fine, but if you can find aluminum-free, that's seriously the go-to. All right, let's mix that all up. And once that's all incorporated, we are going to add in our liquid stevia first up. The liquid stevia is a great complement to erythritol or the Swerve. They balance each other out. They're like peas and carrots together. The erythritol has a cooling effect, and the stevia has a bitter aftertaste. Putting them together, they cancel each other's they cancel each other out and make you just have a nice sweet taste. So always combine the two of them. You may not like erythritol or you may not like stevia, but putting them together and you probably will like them. So try that out. So next up, oh, by the way, that was 5 drops of liquid stevia. So next up, we are going to add in our egg whites. Mind you, we are obviously doubling our recipe. So you will only need 1 cup of liquid egg whites, to save time and just, it makes it so much easier, we bought the egg whites already separated in a carton. They're located right next to the regular eggs at the store. So obviously we're doubling our recipe here, but you'll need 1 cup of egg whites. And if you have a recipe that uses yolks, save those whites. And this way you can make these rolls. So, but you could be like me and just buy the liquid form in the grocery store already separated. So finally, or nope, we have 2 more. You're going to want raw and unfiltered apple cider vinegar. You don't want anything that's strained out all those good bits. It helps with digestion, helps with hair. There's so many benefits of apple cider vinegar, but you don't want them to filter out all the stuff. So give it a good shake, mix it up, and you're going to need 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And we're going to pour that in here. And last but not least, you will want hot but not boiling water. And if you do it too hot or it's boiling, you're going to curdle your eggs, and that's kind of gross. So you want it hot but not boiling, and to like slowly pour it in so it gradually heats up your batter or your dough, if you will. You don't want to pour it in all at once because, like I said, it will curdle your eggs. So we do it in about cup or so increments and just gently pour it in. It's going to look like soupy and weird, but wait till the psyllium husk activates that glue and it will hold it together nicely. So just keep doing that until you have all of your water in, and you'll need 2 cups of hot but not boiling water. And also, it's going to make it look really sticky and like oatmeal and weird looking, but just let it keep mixing and it will soon absorb all of that water and it'll be perfect. And like I said before, it's going to look just like whole wheat dough. It's going to look like bread dough. So, which is really cool. So you're going to get the benefits of the psyllium husk, but without all the inflammation that wheat gives your body. And obviously carbs. So here we are. And then also 1 tip, when you handle this dough, you're going to want to have wet fingers. So we keep a little bowl full of water on the side. You can see it in the background there. Wet your fingertips before you handle the dough, and it just helps keep the sticky mess to a minimum because it is sticky, just like it would be in a wheat dough. So you'll see right here when I stop it that once I touch it, it's going to be awfully sticky, and it'll be all sticky on your fingers. So if you wet your fingers ahead of time, like here, watch, see, it gets all in your hands. It's just a big mess. So stick your fingers in your bowl, get your fingers wet, and then now you can touch it without it sticking to you. So that's just a tip to hold and handle it. So next up, let's divide it into 24. In your case, you're making 12, but obviously I'm making mine in a double batch. But this scale is my favorite kitchen scale. It will tell you, it is just amazing. One of the best parts of it, put this, I'll give you an example. I'll put this pan right here on it, and then it covers the screen. It's like, oh, how do you read the screen? Well, the cool part is you pull out the little screen because it's detachable, and this way you can still get your reading and have everything weighed. So isn't that a cool feature? And then plus I'm blind, so it lights it up brighter and pretty cool. So that's why I use this scale. It's a little pricier than others, but it has that feature that others don't have. So when you're doing recipes like this or something and you're blocking the screen, no big deal. Next up, you're going to want the total weight of your mixture. So put it on there with the bowl. Take the contents out of the bowl and subtract the weight of the bowl from your total mixture. And that will roughly give you like the weight of everything. It's 31.58. The bowl weighs, I believe it's 761 or something. I can't read that. And the math, 760. So the math turns out when you take the weight of the bowl from the weight of the mixture, your true weight is 2387 or something. I can't read that. But anyways, you divide that number by your total amount of rolls. So we're doing 24, which makes each roll 99 grams or so a piece. So this way you have a guideline so that each time you weigh and measure your rolls, they're all the same size. In this way, it makes your macros calculated perfectly. So between 99 and 100, you want to aim for each grams, that is, for each roll. So just pull out a little hunk, weigh it, and try to stick to it so they're all 99 or 100 grams a piece. And once you get to once you get the total amount of them, you can then handle them, because when they are first like separated, they're a little sticky. So while you're separating them and weighing them out and all that stuff, just let them rest. And then once you have all 12 or 24 in my case, rolls, then you can handle them after they've like had a chance to set up. So obviously here they are, and then you can see as I'm going, I'm just leaving them alone. I'll spread them out and smooth them out as we get going, but I wanted to give you that little tip as well. So, and then here we are, all 24 there. We used up one roll to make them hamburger roll shape, or two, I'm sorry. My mom slit the top because we're in a debate here, settle the argument. You don't slice them yet. You slice them after they've come out of the oven. So if you think mom's right and you slice them first, comment below. But if you think I'm right, you slice it after it's been baked. Say, Jess is right. But anyways, that's an experiment to see how they taste with hot dog rolls. So stay tuned for that review. And then on the other side, you can see we have two more experiments. And this one's going to be an everything bagel. So we put an everything seasoning blend on the top that we made. And this one is a cinnamon and sugar, or I should say erythritol, like kind of like a donut. So those are two experiments of recipes that we're playing with. So stay tuned to see if those worked out. But if they're anyway as good as these rolls, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So 350, put your oven at, bake for 60 minutes. Now look at that. Did you see that tear? Yes. That means it's soft on the inside, crunchy on the outside, just like bread fresh out of the oven is supposed to be. So look at that. Hot though. My hands are hot. I say mom's hands are hot. But separate them and just look at that. Isn't that looking awesome? So anyways, here they are. Let's give them a quick slice so you can see the inside. Ooh, yes. So, hope you enjoyed this video. You're watching Keto Rewind.